What's up, everybody? Yeti Trades here. I'm gonna go over Friday and today's trades. Um, so we're just gonna jump right into it. So Friday I only had a few trades. First one was a swing on pins, and it just expired out of the money. That was my biggest loss of the day, and actually kept me down on the day. So I lost there for 27 bucks. Just expired out of the money. It was a one-hit wonder on it. Lotto, hero, or zero, and it didn't work. My next one was a little frustrating. It was PayPal. So Friday, PayPal was setting up quite a bit for what looked like a sell-off right after those earnings. Why did it go there? There we are. So it had earnings, and it gapped up over those earnings on the open of Friday. And I watched PayPal on the 5-minute chart. I missed the first move on it. I was looking to take calls, but I didn't want to take a market order. My limit order did not get filled, so I missed this run up. Did not play the retraction here, but then we curled over, and I took puts on PayPal on this 5-minute candle here. Got in to 81, either 81 or $80 puts for not that much. They were pretty inexpensive, but they were also 0 DTE. They expired Friday, so they were, I believe, 28 cents I got in for. And then I closed them here about 13 minutes later. It just seemed like we were starting to curl back up. I was hoping we were putting in a lower high, and it turns out we did. So I closed it, and then it dumped right after that. So I lost 2 cents per contract, and so they ended up running, I think, 130% at some point. So that was a bummer. That one hurt, but it is what it is. That's part of my process on working on my patience to let things actually work out that I have been struggling with. Apple, did a couple trades on Apple Friday. These are my last 2 trades. At one point, I took a call here, and I got in and right back out. I just didn't like the way level 2 looked, so I cut it, and I was in and out for the same price. So that one was a break-even trade. And then I took a call here at the bottom. We came down, started to curl over, and did I use the fib on this one? No, I did not. So I took it on this trade for a quick 14% trade, and that was it for Friday. This one put me almost back to break even, but anyway, that's what I had these 2 days. Friday, sorry. And then today, I increased the amount of trades it took, and I really tried to work on my patience today. My first trade this morning was Amazon, and I took the opening 2-minute candle on it. So, man. Alright. So I took the opening 2-minute candle right down here. So this candle was still working itself out, and I took calls right here. The candle ran back up to about VWAP, and I decided to cut them there. Which, I mean, it's hard to say when you're working something so quick. I was looking for a play off the bottom here and quicker continuation up top. We really hesitated around here for a little bit, and we just kind of weren't moving. And it was probably only 4 or 5 seconds, but it felt like forever when you're sitting there watching the stock not move. So I cut it for a quick win on that one. And then obviously I should have long term held it or looked to re-enter it. I still have that problem with re-entering something I just exited. Um, but this one, I was comfortable with cutting it up here, especially after, start seeing it come back down. Because even if I didn't ride this one up and cut it, I would have had to have cut it somewhere in here. So I would have gotten a few better percents out of it, but I'm still happy with that quick trade I took from down here up to here. Um, Apple, my next trade on the day. Um, Not a great trade on it. It was in the morning here. I took calls as we broke over the opening range 5 minute candle. Let me get us back on 5 minute. So I took calls as we broke up, but then when we came back under, I went ahead and cut it. Um, I just didn't feel like sitting through something that may pull back. Market wasn't really showing too much strength to the upside yet. So I was taking a risk on the orb break, and it didn't go like I wanted it to, so I went ahead and hopped out. Lost 1 cent per contract. Not a big deal. Um, Nike was my third trade, and I took Nike here around 11:40. Nope, sorry. Here, 10:25. So we put in this high on Nike. Good, solid run up after the opening candle. And then we put in this next candle here, and it looked like it was starting to form a lower high. So I was just trying to time a pullback potential. Um, so I took my puts here, and I risked breaking out over this high right here. So we didn't get it here. It started to pull back, but then we bounced off the 9, and I cut it right as we broke over this high. So I was working on my patience with it, but it just didn't play out, and had a tight stop. So cut it real quick. And I had that feeling that I should flip long on it, but didn't. I don't know why I don't like flipping on something I just traded. And then Coca-Cola was my best play of the day. So I grabbed calls here this morning. Actually, right here. I grabbed calls at the bottom of this candle at the 9, and my risk was the 20. EMA came all the way back, and we got close on this dip, real close, but we didn't break it, so stayed in. And then I sold off the majority of them up here for a 10% win, and I bought them $1 out of the money. So I bought the 61 calls, and they'd only moved about 10.5% from here to here for me. And then, so I sold all but one, and they have earnings in the morning. Hopefully that plays out in my favor. But we'll see about that. So, got one lotto going. Anyway, that's what I got for the day, guys. Thanks.